catching up on a game that is nearly, if not completely finished, Axiom Verge, that's due out on PlayStation 4 on March 31st. First of all, can you tell us a little bit about what was your inspiration going into creating this game?
So when it began about 5 years ago, it was really just a hobby project for me. I was trying to combine all of my favorite elements from classic games. So I was looking to make something that was a bit of a hybrid of Metroid, Blaster Master, Bionic Commando, Rygar, Contra, and just, an assortment of others to varying degrees. And, it just kind of evolved over time to what it is today.
And what is it today?
So today it's, an action-adventure. It definitely falls within the Metroidvania category. The visual appeal and level design are very much like Metroid or Super Metroid. I would say that the controls and the combat are very influenced by Contra, but also like shoot 'em up space games. There's a wide variety of weapons, more so than in either of any of the games that inspire it, really. And there's also a meta element to it, and that would be the glitches. So partway through the game, you get a glitch ray, and you can use that to glitch the enemies, with the result that every enemy will do something different. Some of them might become, an aid to you. They might attack other enemies. They might become platforms for you to walk on, or they might just generally screw up and, not do anything. So there's a lot of trial and error to see what you can glitch where and, what kind of effects it's going to have.
Is that sort of a mechanic born out of the fact that those old games kind of had glitches sometimes and you would have to explore them in that way? Is that sort of how that mechanic got born?
Yeah, definitely. One of the seminal moments I would say would be when I played Metroid as a child, and Nintendo Power explained how to do this wall walking glitch. And what that happened was you could get stuck in the wall, and you could kind of jump and repeatedly roll into the ball, and actually go off the screen and enter into secret areas. And these were actually, I didn't know it at the time, areas of the ROM that weren't meant to be seen in the way they were. So the game would try to interpret them in as best as it could, and you would get this screwy, messed up world that you could actually traverse. And the rooms wouldn't connect in a way that always made sense. But as a child, that was just completely fascinating to me. And I wanted to bring that to this game. So, I'm doing that kind of thing. But also, there's a lot of the Game Genie kind of element to it, where, you'll get different effects from the enemies. There's some passcodes that you can enter, and I'm hoping that people will find different, power-ups and that sort of thing using that.
So, what is the setting of it? What's the story here? Because I understand there's a story as well going on.
Yeah, so for those who are into the story, it starts off you're a scientist and you kind of have this cataclysmic accident. You don't know what happened in the accident, but afterwards you wake up and you're in this mysterious other world. I'm not going to ruin it for you what it is, but it's kind of like an alternate reality. Everything is futuristic, but extremely weird. And most of the entertainment of the story is derived from the mystery behind this world and how you got to be there, and what your purpose is in this place.
And you are coming out on PlayStation 4 at the end of the month. And you're being featured as well as part of this promotion that they're running. You're being featured as part of this promotion they're running and everything. Can you tell us a little bit what it's like to sort of at the end of this journey to sort of finally almost be ready?
It's an immense relief, I would say. All I want is to finally have it be finished and, you know, get to hear like what the gamers think of it, and, you know, hopefully just go right to work on the next game after that.
You must have had many ideas during these years that you haven't been able to work on.
Yeah, and you know, I've written everything down. I've got lots of things that I didn't do in this game that I definitely want to do in a sequel or a prequel or another game altogether. Any idle moment I have is probably spent thinking about that kind of thing. So, definitely.
Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you.